Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, and that's my video. So I was talking. I pressed the wrong button. I'm back. So look at this. So why I started with this question because I was going to I'm attending an online conference that I'm where like there are a lot of people who are going to give a talk. And in my case, for example, they offered a chance, an opportunity for me to give a 5 minutes talk, but I recorded in advance, which is great because I want to edit it. So I was choosing topics, and one of the very interesting topics is that kids perceiving old toys in a new location as new toys. And it's been discovered because I have a 2.5-year-old kid, and she just I the same rug on the in the corner of a the same rug. It's a rug, carpet rug. It's a carpet. What's a rug? Oh my god. Anyway, there was a rug in her room, very beautifully fluffy. She should like it. And then I just removed it a little bit to in front of her bed. It's in the same room, even. Oh my god! And she was like, "Oh my god, it's new! It's new!" Like, oh my god, I was so surprised because I've heard that if you move a toy from this room to that room, it makes a difference. But yeah, because her daycare teacher told me about it. It's like it's a great thing to do. And then I was so surprised, and then I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Even like this in adults, I chat quite some time with ChatGPT about this, and it's like ChatGPT said number one thing is kids perceiving the world. It's not because their brains are not highly developed like adults, so they cannot distinguish toys in different locations. Like they cannot, they recognize toy plus location is a toy. So if you change a place of a toy, it's a new toy for them. So I'm re-asking this question here. Last time you told me about a kid perceiving old toys in a new location as new toys. It's because kids perceiving what? Explain in detail. And here you get the answers. They're perceiving contextual novelty, a new episode, not a new object. So there's context binding thing, even boundaries, a change of location creates a mental chapter break. It's so funny. Young kids bind objects tightly to the place they see them. It's memory. It's not just the red truck, it's the red truck on the living room rug. Move that truck to a balcony and oh, memory cue. Living room no longer fits, so it feels refreshed. Habituation resets. Kids get bored. Yeah, I think adults too, to repeated stimuli. Changing the setting dishabituates them. There's also pattern separation, hippocampus. And that I'm really intrigued about this because pattern, when we talk about patterns, it's everybody has patterns and it's important to recognize it. And I began to really note my patterns since a few months. Oh, actually, 1.5 months. Why? Because I joined Rosalba's community 1.5 months ago, and I was in a free coffee chat. It's not you have to enter her community to have to chat with her. In a free chat, we discovered our own pattern. Like everybody talked about their own patterns. Like I am a morning person, so I better like start working at 8 a.m. And then I said I'm a even in person. And I'm like a squirrel. I do one thing and I forgot another thing I just started 10 minutes ago. So these are all patterns, and how you can fix it is also another pattern that you need to develop. And I was like, oh my God, wow. And then we also discussed about how we can handle it. For example, Rosalba said she would use like old school books, old school notebooks. It's very efficient. And on the contrary, I'm always opposite to others. I'm a night person, and I like using notebooks, but they will be discarded right away because there are papers everywhere. I just want to throw them. Like if I write this right, I'd better write them down on at the end of the day. What's noted is in my screen in my phone. So I began to develop my new patterns. I actually started to have, as you can see, so in the notes, I've got one, two, three, all the pinned notes. There's now and today, which is to-do list. And it's always changing because you see this, oh my God, I need to do that right away. Oh, I also have that to fix, even though I have something important coming up as well. So then you at least I reorganize them just by taking the notes. And some people, they are like, oh, I'm done with this and I do this and that's good. And I'm not like that. Um, when I do a scratch, when I do a strike through on the paper, it's so distracting for me. And I will always tend to look at it when I'm viewing what to do next. So I just to put everything in my phone because I won't throw my phone. So I when I finish one thing, I delete it and it won't distract me anymore. And it's the most time efficient thing. But then I found another pattern of mine is to that I always put my cell phone somewhere, and sometimes, just after that coffee chat happened, the next week I lost my phone. And I was in downtown, and I live in another small city nearby the downtown, but I need to drive. And I'm still relative new to this road, even though it's quite straightforward to drive. But I'm like, I won't even be able to come back to the city. I won't be able to come back home, and I need to pick up my kid. I won't recognize the road. I will have to go around and go around until I recognize after 10 times of roundings. So I went back to find my phone. Unfortunately, someone handed in to the security, and I finally found it. But then I just, I've got, but it's before that. I've got a note that's called my bad patterns because I need to note them. And inside one of my bad patterns, where is it? Yeah, it's here. Oh, it's a second one. If you can see my bad patterns, and so I already wrote down so far more than 20 lines. I can show you from here to, oh my God, so much, eh? Wow. And at the bottom, I have where did I put my phone this time? And I always note that. But before finding it's always every time when I had to write down one is because I took like an hour or two to find something. And then I wrote down at least, hopefully next time I will remember to check there. And then, yes, so there's a lot of continuous story while I was working on that. Those are blockers in my life that I never recognized. I don't know if you did, but I hope this would be useful for you if you ever want to recognize something in your life. And then I also have uh, a note for like for when my mom is mad, what happened before? When my husband is mad, what words did I say before? So those are notes to take because my mind is more intrigued by some nerd stuff, really nerdy, that I don't always note those things. But if I write it down mm, on my phone, I'm gonna kind of remember it. And if I want to remind myself of them, I will just have to open my phone, and that's easy. Okay, coming back, talking about patterns. And by the way, I would like to share Rosalba's website and her services. She is providing, basically she's a mentor for solo entrepreneurs to help them to find clients and so on and so forth. She offers a lot of very interesting stuff for us. So just remember to check it out. And just to announce, this video is not sponsored at all. On the contrary, I pay for them. I pay for Anhill and I pay for Rosalba's Short Stride Society to get more insights every week, to learn more from the experienced people. And yeah, that's it. I actually pay for them. And I love advocating for them because I've actually attended quite a lot of courses and so on. And I found this tool the most useful. And recently, especially since I'm a solopreneur, uh, I do find Rosalba really, really being resourceful because she herself, like she said, she invested in so many courses herself, so many expensive courses herself, that no matter like you have any questions you ask her, it's like a big knowledge pool that can help you out in different situations. So do check that out. All right, coming back to pattern separation. I love the word pattern right now. You're not used to kind of being being skeptical about it. Not how do I say? Pattern used to be a bad word, and it's still kind of a negative word for it. But now when I begin to do something about mine, note down something, I found so many intriguing stuff because I can wrap them up, like wrap these patterns and ask ChatGPT. Yes, it's me. Sorry. Ask ChatGPT what's going on in the brain. Like it can be my husband's brain, my mom's brain, my kid's brain, my own brain too. And it gives me some categorizations of people's brain. And that's so fun. I will share it once I have time. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. Okay, so pattern separation, the memory system tries to keep similar experiences apart. Different contexts push the brain to store toy plus place A and toys plus place B as distinct, which can feel like newness. Well, I don't know if you understood. I mean, okay, so basically it's saying that one part of the brain, I guess, hippocampus, which is the memory system that is doing something, that is distinguish those situations. Okay. Developmental angle. Preschoolers rely more on contextual cues than older kids, adults, as prefrontal hippocampal circuits mature, they get better at recognizing same object different place. So right now, she really cannot do that. All right, how to use the superpower? Rotate toys by location. Create themed zones. Oh wow, that's interesting. Create themed zones. Fast toys becomes a kitchen sink explorer. blocks, move to hallway construction site. Yeah, I can totally move her blocks to downstairs while she's playing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. She's gonna be like, oh, new toy. My God. I'm so tired looking at those toys every day. Okay, box rotate. Store a few favorites, reintroduce them in a different room. Yeah, that's great. And especially now I've got different colors of background. I can even help explore that with her. Like today, let's do green. Tomorrow, let's do red. Oh my God, that's gonna be fun. All right. All right, what did I do after those? Oh, okay. So yeah, because then I did a new prompt which is irrelevant to what I was showing there. So where is it? Ah, yeah. Now I'm wondering, what do kids feel if ever same music gets a remix? She loves the music, but we remix it with a new beat. Actually, it's gonna be a good, interesting way to redo. Actually, that actually inspires me a lot because that's why a lot of kids' music are the same. They change the lyrics, they do a little bit of a different, and that my kid just loves them, and I'm like, oh my God, again. Not again, the same song. Especially my autistic husband was when he hear about brush your teeth, brush your hand. That's basically from Baby Shark, and monkey bananas. Oh my gosh. He's like, are you beeping for real? I heard him yell it out. It's like, why? So yeah, he works in that domain. He's definitely tired of doing like people doing that. But that explains a lot. Look, recognition, and this is the same as adult, right? So that's why next the prompt I said it's exactly as the same as the adults, right? Surprise! Wait, that's different. And cognitive blending, familiar plus novel is equal to peak engagement. So that's actually also a type of adult learning principle. There's also emotional meaning update. If the new bits feel happier, faster, more playful, your kid's emotional map of the well of the song changes. They're not just hearing music; they are feeling a new mood built on an old friendship. For example, mm, that's a good thing. Interesting. Go on, go on, go on. Oh yeah, okay. I was talking about okay, yeah, because okay, wait. Okay, so I actually checked out the a remix hits the sweet spot of child learning. The Goldilocks zone between boring, too familiar, and confusing, too new. A mix of known and unknown engages the auditory cortex recognition and the novelty detection. Interesting. I think it's the same as adults. I feel most adults have Goldilocks zone too. I copied the word. Absolutely, you're completely right, ChatGPT. The concept comes from predictive processing. Your brain constantly predicts what's coming next and compares it to what actually happens. I think this is not new for neuroscientists. Um, this is definitely a very important concept or a trick. So, this is actually another topic. It's not related to what I wanted to talk about. However, you see how it shows up in music, art, and daily life. Music, adult love remixes, mashups. What's mashup, by the way? Let me check what's mashup on my phone. So, ChatGPT, what's a mashup? Yeah, that's why I also likes watching dance covers. I really love watching different dance covers. Of recently look at the Contrix. Oh my gosh. And the dance covers are so good. A mashup is something created by combining elements from different sources to make something new. Actually, I think I think a lot of recreation is doing that. Mashup. No, I know it's the word is mashup. Okay, a mashup mixes two or more sounds together, for example, combining the vocals of one song with the other instrumental of another. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's a good search, actually. I'm gonna save it, and talk about it another day. So I have another note, for which is for important searches. Whenever I think this is so interesting, yeah, don't rely on, because mm, in my experience and in my course, I always recommend people opening new tabs when they need to explore new things, because old memories sometimes affect things. So usually I've got so many like new tabs there. So what I just searched would disappear right away. And it takes you time, even if you can search it within the chats. But whatever, I always I always save the link so you can check it out later. But yeah. Okay, a mashup video might blend scenes or audio from different movies, shows, or YouTube clips to tell a new story or make a parody. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Web tech. In a web development, a mashup app combines data or services from multiple sources like Google Maps plus Yelp reviews to create a new tool. Yeah, that's how a lot of AI tools are created. But to be honest, a lot of needs can be easily met by ChatGPT. When you use them, you found their, at least for me, the email detection tools. Oh my god. I'll have another episode to chat about it. Yeah, I think I already recorded it, but I didn't show my face or something like that. Whatever, I will show you. So culture art. More broadly, a mashup can be any creative mix. For instance, blending anime visuals with classical music or merging two fictional universes. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So actually, these days I'm also developing an art project. I really want to do it for a while. I'll show you another day. And when I came here, I remember that topic. Yeah. And I think I will change I will talk about this in the conference, because this is currently what I really want to explore, which is how to do jokes. I know, but it's the same principle. A joke has its structure, and I'm definitely new to it because I'm not good at it. But my husband is a professional who does jokes every day when he sees me, and I'm laughing all the time. And we are together for 6 years. Oh my god, it's gonna get seven soon. Huh? Oh my god. And um, and the thing is, I still feel new, and he feels new too, and that's interesting. But because I don't know, he always offers something new for me, but I don't always offer something new to him. So forget about that part. So how does he offer something new to me all the time? Because he always do jokes. And when he does joke, it's always funny, and I don't know where it came from. And he told me, actually, surprisingly, he said, "It's always the same joke. I'm so thrilled that you have been laughing at the same joke for 6 years." I'm like, "What? The same joke?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's the same joke. You didn't discover?" And I'm like, "No, just now you said that, and now you said that." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, it's the same joke but different premises. I changed premises." I was like, "Exactly." I still don't know how it works, so that's why I'm gonna explore it in the next episode. So let's do this. I'm gonna stop this video, and I'm gonna do it for fun, and then I'm gonna write it into the script of the conference. I hope it's gonna be fun. All right.